Hello, this is surely not Palidore joining you on VRML 1. Steel Sky. Yeah, okay, it might be. Well, hello, welcome to the stream, ladies and gents, and Steel Skies and Steel Grounds and all of the things in between, essentially. Yeah, indeed, I am Palidore, and we have a game between Ace of Spades and Team Players. These two teams coming in for their first streams here of the season, and yeah, all by the lonesome in this time slot. And you know, as we wind down this final weekend of this first cycle, trying to squeeze in as many of these as I can do, and as voice shall allow. With that said, though, yeah, there's teams coming in the bronze division. 2-1 record for Team Players, so kind of came in. Well, for both of these teams, actually 2-1, coming in late joins into the season, which is not an unusual thing, in fact, because for those who haven't perhaps been paying attention, we've got we started out the first week of Season 3 with about 228, 229 teams, active teams, something along those lines. Currently, we are just about at 300 or so now, after almost 5 weeks. It's increased quite a bit. Same thing happened last season, and yeah, the growth, you know how it is. With that said, so this will be the kind of a lone stream for now. We've got plenty of matches to come later on tonight, don't you worry. You'll have your long string of games, as you typically do each evening here on Channel 1. An hour from now, in fact, we'll have another looking like a solo casted match, or solo match, on stream between Anarchy and Space Force Area 51. So we'll be getting a look at some of those teams as well later. And then, about 2 hours from now is when the long string of fun no doubt begins. I'm going to have to figure out some of that schedule here real soon, but the time is not now. Not for that anyways. But yeah, glad to see you guys in here. You got about, 2.5 minutes to get those predictions in for your channel points. No doubt people interested in that. Just as much as anything. Had people, there were plenty of people watching on Channel 2 on those EU casts I did some back-to-back ones just as of the last hour or two. A lot of people watching. A lot of people also saying, though, hey, do it on Channel 1 so we can get our points as well. So I know, I get it. You're here for not just me, not just the fact that we've got some awesome games. You're here to get your points, but I understand. I understand. But yeah, what's up in there? Again, Steel, Cosmic, Quinton, 6 Fathom, Rev. We're revving it up here in the first round. Well, it's Fuego. And Average Toast, Crazy Kits. Watchdog, what's up? You watching me, dog? Hopefully you're watching this and watching these teams, as it will be taken here by Owl and trying to whirl that into the goal quickly. But will be picked by Jay Lilly. And Jay Lilly sending it over to the midfield. Good passing here, Dave Ola. Now, I know I recognize Dave. Pretty sure I must have casted Dave in one of the community cups here in the off-season. That said, trying to place that shot, and Jay Lilly, the Lilly soft touch at that. Just barely grazing that pole on the ding, and then sails right in for the first 2 points. Now, I know I brought water into this room. Where did I put it? Ah, there it is. I'll be needing those hydrate redemptions here throughout, believe me. So with that, Cephs with the disc. Or Ace of Spades, they're walking it up the floor. Going to be snagged by Captain of the sexy variety. Will be Captain trying to dodge and maneuver all through, but some rough waters for the Captain to sail as it goes back to Owl. Now up high, it's Cephs, the recovery, a great pass over, and CSK with the tied up play. CSK, or uh-oh. I haven't heard since TikTok in 2019. Well, whatever the case is, it's tied up here. That was some nice passing. Again, never mistake the fact at every division of play we see some very strong team play and just, again, head and shoulders beyond where it was years ago. So these teams, look at that. I mean, that's a perfect cross. That's a perfect finish. Nice setup there from Prince to Captain. Man, we got princes, we've got captains. Kind of among royalty here, it seems like, on Channel 1 right now. Quentin's saying, yeah, Pally's a... Yeah, I'm a Visco door, I guess. Well, regardless, Cephs here will send it over to the tunnel. Swifty with that disc and just trying to evade the defenders as they gather their stacks. You can see Dave and Jay. Meanwhile, that play on the front line. Rebound to Al, but Al couldn't find the goal. But it will be a rebound to Cephs. So Cephs with the disc. Cephs trying to not miss that pass, and great delivery again. Another just narrow miss on that shot, but they keep getting the rebounds, and that is a very important part. Now as another one comes online here for Al. You see what I mean? The dangers of having that disc stay in the zone, the scoring zone, for all too long. You can defend once, you can defend twice, or if the misses happen as well, but it's hard to expect offenses to miss too much. More often than not, percentages say, you give them, 2-3 opportunities, they're probably going to score. Not the first time, the next time around. So with that, sending it into the trench, and again, excuse me if I'm quiet from time to time, because as I alluded to in my previous streams, my good old vocal cords are kind of in and out, so I'm having to take some frequent sips of water. But whatever the case, it is a deep heave into the blue zone. That's actually going to bounce off the corner. That might be good. That was so close. Wow. First I thought it was just a direct mail slot shot that looked good, but then once I saw it was angled for that corner, it was still in danger. And you know what? The danger zone is indeed closed now, thanks to Cephs. That was just, yeah, like I said, the first one missed, but they got back fast. The recovery, the delivery, the go. They're up by 2. And yes, that is correct in the chat there. So these two teams here, kind of new entries into the seasonal play, that is to say. This is, for both teams, their 4th game of Season 3. So I'm not sure if they were on other teams prior or what have you, but this is their first streams as teams here in this season, and doing very well so far. I mean, again, just based on even the passing and stacking that we're seeing, they don't look like players who have only been a team for a week or two, certainly. So I don't know all the history here. It's kind of difficult sometimes now that we have almost 300 teams or so. But definitely these players, they're prioritizing the exact right things. There's a spacing out here, trying to tie it up again, barely squeezing past that diving defender. That's going to get to Dave. Dave Ola being stunned, so no longer an Ola, more of an adios, but instead makes the most of the recovery, gets it right back, and now trying to cheers, make a toast, but a rebound, and finally, after the most chaotic play, it will be tied at 6 apiece. Perhaps. Where's my water? I need to stop drinking that Sprite. Okay, I think I'm good, momentarily. But over here to the launched out for orange team for Ace. They're gathering the disc. It's CSK. And see if they can escape the Prince, the Regal one, on the defense. Now recovering into the goal. They got the goalie very bothered. Nice stun there from Swifty. And Swifty basically making Ceph's job all the more easy to finish that shot on otherwise the goaltender awaiting. And yes, absolutely, I am redeeming those hydrates as they come in, because believe me, I need them. Before long, I'll be dealing with a very, very rugged sounding Palidore, which might be fun for a while. It might sound great for a while, until eventually it's not. That's the thing. So anyways, Dave Ola with a disc here, trying to send a shot over, but contested very well by Swift. So that punch out, that knockout will go back to Jay. Jay off at side, while gonna be grabbed here by Owl. Now up high, and CSK right over to that side. Bouncing off that wedge, the defense here kind of playing out the bubble, so could be risky if they don't get that disc back. Now will be Al with a disc. Al with a little whirl around, but off the head instead. The windmill. Instead just spilling into the outer bubble now, as again the defense and offense will just converge on each other on some of these pile-ups. But some good looks there. They're trying to space the floor and offer some passing angles, and CSK there was kind of waiting to read that disc and see where it went. But meanwhile, Dave pressuring pretty well on that front line there, right by the disc and right by those two players for Ace, who do stack up and actually recover. Now sending a bowling ball, trying to pin it off, and that's a strike for Swifty. 10-6, favoring Ace of Spades. Some hot scoring now coming in from Ace of Spades. Definitely that goalkeeper had dove out trying to contest that disc. So end of the day, you'll actually live with it because they did only make a 2-pointer, so not the worst thing in the world. That said, they are still down 4 for team player. A team full of players, as the name does imply, or at least one player. That much I can confirm. But captain here trying to right this ship. And over to Prince. And Prince trying to get that pass over barely, but good defense from Cephs, not giving any room for that catch. People asking about the apparent troll faces in the mini-map. Yeah, that would be the stream stickers extension. You can hover over the video player and access some stickers used to react to the match or show support for teams as they will support themselves for the 3. Now that's the second time the last minute or two that goal, that 3-point shot has been available for team players to capitalize on. The first time wasn't there, fortunately for Ace of Spades, but less fortunately for Ace of Spades, that time it was. So definitely need to be careful of that, because this just turned it into a situation where if team player scores again, they could be going for a win here, thanks to that 3. So lighting it up, eyeing it down, but Cephs, the rebound recovery there, just able to close the lanes, but right back at him again. Big defense from Cephs. So captain trying to get into that brawl and maybe get the turnover to possibly, maybe secure the win. But this is tight. This is close quarters. They really needed that badly. It was so close. That defense from Ace of Spades, though, definitely locking down that time around, doing some good work. 28 seconds left, though. I mean, like I said, that goal is exposed again. This is a very, very, very dangerous, needless to say, for Ace of Spades, because there it is. That's an open score, and that is the door closing on this round. Team player, courtesy of Prince, will make mince as they meet the goal. 3 points. And that's a 12-10 advantage. High scoring first round here.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This round's over.
Now, time to redeem some things. Maybe. Anyone wants to give me a hydration? And on the word stinks, I mean, you got a long match to spend, right? And no one says it has to be right away. It just has to be at some point. That's all. So 12-10, we'll go to the scoreboard here, courtesy again of ignitevr.gg, excuse me, providing our stats overlays from both in-game and off the VRML website, doing a lot of great things for VRML. Ignite does, and that was some awkward English, but never you mind. Ace of Spades and team player. I mean, look at that. 22 points combined between these two teams. High scoring. We saw a lot of great passing. We saw some clutch defense for sure at spurts towards the end by Ace of Spades, but then it was just that final mistake, that open goal that we've seen a few times in this round. They paid for it once, about 2 minutes or so left, and then, well, the second time around, the most costly time around, that last goal, uncovered, and team player, to their full advantage, got them the win. So off to round 2, and yes, indeed, hydration, maybe.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Excuse me. Like I said, we got 5 days of rest ahead, so I'm gonna power through this one as a shot. So just almost get through. Answered the question. Which question did I not answer? There were always limits on the hydration. I'm pretty sure. At least after the maybe that one day that you'd redeemed a lot. I think that was literally the first day or two. So that might have been it. That said, that's gonna be it for Al. Look at that. Just gets a great grab and wastes no time for that 17-meter stinger of a shot right through the defense. 32 seconds into the round. Not too bad of a start.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's game on.
All right, so on this launch over to Dave. Davola to the midfield there. Captain over now to Prince. Everyone here touching the disc, which you love to see. Again, mentioned that team play, prioritizing the right things, everyone getting involved. That said, much involved is Owl, again with some heavy brawls, this time in the trap, but we saw that on the other end as well. So, make no mistake, that Owl is got some muscles for a bird. That said, though, it's Prince Zeiser. Losing it out here, though, to Cephs. Now lining up a little underarm fling. That's going to bounce off the nugget, but recovery looks like it shall be had. They got a little bit of time and maybe some numbers potentially as the defense tries to get back, but collapsing into the goal. There's Swifty once again. Got the second score for Ace of Spades. Indeed, scoring in spades in the last round.
7, 6.
Oh yeah. I definitely remember what you're talking. I think that was the first night or first day when we were just kind of tweaking and putting in those channel point rewards. So yes, I do recall when you drowned Pam Wow, and it was a big thing. You know, had to do some CPR. It was a whole ugly situation. You don't want to see that kind of thing on a cast. It's that said, the goal here gonna be covered off this time by CSK, and off to the mid lane. These players piling on each other, but some good boosts from Jay Lily there, and Captain, I believe it was, yeah, and Captain now maybe in position for a grab, but no, getting stunned, and now the open three perhaps is there, being covered off and claimed by Davola, and Dave sending it over to midfield again on this clear. The boost pretty quick for both sides. There's Captain, and trying to make that one happen, and they do. Sorry for the awkward camera work there. I was just, you know, fiddling with these sticks. Does that count? I think it counts. With that, 1 point advantage. Still yet to Ace of Spades, but that was a timely hit. They needed that for sure. And yes, I know, Pam's misery is occasionally funny. Captain over to the pass though. And the goal! Man, if there's one thing that is really costing Ace of Spades, it's that, because when you have the lead, you do not want to leave it exposed over and over here. Because otherwise, they're playing well. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're in the lead. They've got some great offense. They've showed some nice passes, and their stacks are pretty blitzing. But that goal needs to be covered, because otherwise, if you're allowing multiple three-point hits for the other team, that's a really good way to, well, allow them back in the game in an instant. And we saw that at the end, so definitely need to try and correct that course a little bit and be careful. But with that, now the disc knocked loose. All the players kind of separated here, and the goal now being covered by CSK. Yes, occasionally. Average dose, occasionally. I mean, gotta be nice to the casters sometimes. But that, a recovery and a very gentle shot from Cephs. Puts them back up by 3. So with that, not to harp on it too much, but I will bring it up now. You know, as we approach this halfway point of the round, Ace of Spades, obviously they need to win this to force the third. So for them, they got a 3-point advantage. That means, provided that you cover that goal, you don't allow those open, easy threes for team player. That would mean that you'll be forcing team player to score at least 2 more times on you before they take a lead, presumably. Of course, unless they go for a bold 3-point shot on a goalie, but you know, just percentage-wise, say that doesn't happen. You're going to make them score two pointers in order to take a lead. That's the important thing. You know, you don't want to give up an open 3 and have it be a tie and now put yourself back in a position where you're either forced into an eventual overtime or you're forced to score again. You want to make this closeout in the last half of the round 2 basically as easy as possible for your team over on Ace of Spades, and you do that by just forcing 2-point shots from here on out for team player. That is a say. Of course, not just playing, you know, back permanently necessarily, but just making sure that once that disc starts getting back into the orange zone, you're doing best to get at least 1 player back into the bubble. Doing a good job here, though, to get it back into the blue side of the floor. Maybe an opportunity to talk about open threes. Now, that fadeaway shot would have been tough, but certainly would have been nice had it been made. back into the bubble. A reset, kind of a dangerous one actually. Is just gonna ricochet and pinball the way of Al. Now Al scored some earlier on in the last round. Couldn't find that shot, however, as Cephs will take it back. Another opportune moment as a lot of traffic, however. The double doors closing of the defenders there on the shoulder. And now here it goes again. Goal exposed and no one getting back. It gives me great stress. Great stress indeed. But fortunately, they do get it back here. Like I said, these teams are super fast. I'm actually impressed with their positioning, their passing, and their speed. But gosh, that open three-point shot give me such anxiety, I won't lie. That said, though, CSK with a disc here, trying to make that backboard play. That's not going to be online as Dave Ola actually snags it off the backboard. Rebound going to be had here off that sidewall by Captain, and Captain now looking for a back pass. And that's, again, right moves. I like seeing those kind of things where they're not, if they have an angle to pass it, they're not trying to force it, you know? That's always a good thing. Now Prince with the disc and slipping it by a couple of players in the defense. Midfield here, though, it's Swifty. The recovery. See, Fuego Toes with very kind comments there. Yeah, been here since first few minutes of PC beta in 2017, and I'm here forever, as that shot is ever so damaging, because there's a tie. That is the one stinging point for Ace of Spades, who otherwise are playing so well. The open threes, and my anxiety continues to rise. It's a tied game, though, and I suppose from a casting standpoint, might be a good thing, because we love ourselves some overtimes. Makes for entertainment. But boy, oh boy, is that punishing for Ace of Spades, because now, again, they are at a position where they have to score. If it was a two-point shot, they wouldn't have had to score. But now another three slot, and that is great from Dave. A tough angle as he faded away, actually, too. That's not an easy shot. Look at that, though. That is a big boost of momentum for them. Look at that. That's a soft fader. Had to really put some extra finesse onto it, and that was a finest finish for them. But yeah, appreciate the kind words there. And like I said, I will be here for the long haul, no doubt, because I think, excuse me, hydrate reward somebody, but I think, as is the case with a lot of us, Echo is more than just a game, you know? At this point, we stick around, yeah, for the gameplay and team play and such, but I think for a lot of us, it's, you know, it's become a family, and also just a great source of sanity here, especially as of recent times. Crazy 2020 and whatnot. That said, having a crazy game, it's captain and team player. That's another fadeaway shot on an exposed goal. They're going to go up by 6 and are looking to run away with this round now late.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Smooth saying, don't play anymore, or heard that I don't play anymore. I pretty much during the season, because I'm casting so often and, you know, have other responsibilities in VRML. Hold on, though, because now a shot from CSK. Timely. They still need to score twice more, but that's actually a really good one, because that only took 11 seconds. But yeah, usually I don't have the time, unfortunately, to play, even though I am in the arena. Like, I'm in Echo every day, just about, for hours, but just not playing, just casting. In the off seasons, though, sometimes I get chances to play here and there. But yeah, either way, it's still enjoyable. I don't have to play to still have a lot of fun, for sure. As CSK gets the disc, time winding down. Do need to make a pretty fast approach on this goal. Otherwise, that clock is going to be up. There it is. I mean, that goal is exposed. Oh, but couldn't quite make it just as the defense sailed by and stunned. So a heartbreaker for sure for Ace of Spades. The ace of, well, broken hearts apparently here today, as team player looks to take away this round and sweep it through. But Cephs trying to make one more two, but instead getting stunned. And to the T, it's Captain and Prince. And Zeiser, well, getting stunned right there in that visor. And with that one more tap, it's 12-8. The round is over. The sweep going the way of the players, which is to say, the team players. I don't know what happened to their other three. But with that said, pretty impressed with what I saw. True to their name, for sure. That was some solid team play, solid passing, back passing. We saw fadeaway shots. We saw a good helping from them. So definitely knew what to do. So to the score screen, and thanks Fathom for that hydration earlier on as well, by the by. Need to take some more here in a second. Okay, yeah. Points. That's right. I'll get that to you right about now. Yeah, it looks like... interesting. So, yeah, 11 votes in favor of Ace of Spades on the channel predictions. 11 votes and 67% of the points. Team player, 7 votes and 33% of the points. So, yeah, we've got some kind of underdog betting situations as well, it seems like. And people will be happy. Some people, 7 of them at least, will be happy to claim. There you go. The rewards are yours. Be rich, be merry. Cosmic Feeling cheated on the word sneak. Ah, fiddlesticks, that stinks. Why cheated? I said it. I said it. And that's what counts. I thought it was clever, you know, because I use these analog sticks here. You can hear them, the analog sticks. Yeah. So I fiddle with sticks, yeah. Whatever the case is, though. I try. They can't be 10 out of 10 puns, you know. Now, Snipe Dash also did claim a shout out earlier on. Just said Pally. Was there anything in particular that Snipe wanted that I missed, or was it just did you want me to shout out myself? Pally! Because I can. I did. And Quentin asking if there are other matches. Right now, no. In about half an hour, yes. And even further after that. But yeah, this one was just solo. There were no other matches scheduled for right now. Smooth Ryden wants the highlighted message read. Which one would that be? Do you intend to stay a caster when Echo... It's not. I realize it's not your highlighted message, but anyway. Fuego's saying, do you intend to stay a caster when Echo gets really big like Rocket League? I mean, one of those cases where it's like never say never, but at the same time, the way I looked at it with VRML, because prior to joining VRML, obviously we had a few seasons of ESL, or VRL as it was called, you know, that I played, and you know, had a lot of fun there, and success and stuff, and it was a good time, but I kind of figured when it came time for VR Master League, my mentality is just that when we had the chance to make it happen as a community and kind of run it our way in a sense and try and get that stuff going, it's basically being a caster means I can be a part of 300 teams now instead of just one. So I feel like my time is better spent, much better spent doing things on the organizational and casting end. That's how I look at it. But like I said, never say never type of thing. I still love Echo, and I will never not miss playing it in a sense, but I'm still in the game every day, and that matters. For everything, pretty much. So yeah, we're doing good stuff. With that, I'll read you the stats really quick here. Ace of Spades had 6 points, 2 assists, 4 saves, and 3 steals, 22 stuns for Seth, some big numbers. Swifty V with the 4 points, 1 assist, 1 save, 1 steal, and 28 stuns. For CSK 54, had 4 points, 1 assist, 1 save, 10 stuns, and Owl with 4 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, 10 stuns. I like the fact that everyone got involved on both points and assists. So strong, strong distribution of efforts there. No one just carrying the single load. And I kind of say the same thing. Definitely, actually, for team players. I mean, a lot of high-scoring players here for them. Captain Sexy with the 8 points, 2 assists, 4 saves, 2 steals, 25 stuns. Jay Lilly with the 7 points, 1 assist, 14 stuns. Prince Zeiser with the 3 points, 2 assists and 3 steals, 15 stuns, and then Dave Ola with 6 points, 1 save, 3 steals, 34 stuns. But again, you can see everyone, I mean, with scores in there, a couple players with a couple assists, and yeah, I was a fan of all of that. Now, for those wondering why I'm just rambling and such, because we don't have another match next, but for those curious of the next match here on Channel 1, we will be streaming Anarchy versus Space Force. Space Force Area 51, as they are now called at this season. But two teams here, Anarchy in the Diamond Division, Space Force in the High Gold. They will be facing off each other again in about 30 minutes, a little bit less than 30 minutes, the top of the hour, basically. So that will be one single solitary stream there. And then in an hour and a half from now is when you'll have your big primetime, multiple games in a row. I haven't figured out the schedule quite yet, but I'm planning on doing that basically right after I end this stream here. So we'll check it out. Quentin asking, oh yeah, smooth writing. What message did I miss? Because the highlighted message I read was Fuego Toes, not yours though, right? Okay, maybe I didn't miss anything, if you meant that one. Okay, well, I think I'm good. Cool. Quentin asking, did I win some type of championship? Yeah, once upon a time. Once upon a time, in a league far, far away, a couple of years back. Oh yeah, I was on Eclipse for season 1, all 3 seasons of ESL, of VRL, basically. And yeah, we won the first couple of seasons, and third season finished 3rd place in North America in the qualifiers. It was King Gorillas and Joker who went on to the World Finals. I still went to the World Finals, that season 3 LAN, but I again, kind of testament for how much this stuff means, like I was talking about. Basically, just use some of the money that I won from ESL in prior seasons to just pay for myself to go to the finals in season 3. So I wasn't a player, but I flew all the way to Leicester, UK. Just so I can, reunite with all the Echo players there that I'd already met and consider, family for multiple LANs and such. I mean, we had, I think 6, 7 different LANs, or at least meetups over the course of the first couple of years of Echo. So it was really like family reunion type thing. So yeah, had some success the first couple seasons, but times always change. New players come in, new teams come in, players get better, teams get better, new leagues come in, and casting opportunities open up as well. Yeah, good times. And one day we'll have some of those again. I hoping it. It's basically my one promise of sorts. Like if there's one thing I want to deliver back to Echo, it's some more meetups and LANs again. Someday, one day, and hopefully not too far in the future. But anyway, I think that's about it. Did I miss anything else importantly? What position did I play? Striker, goalie, or midfielder? Mainly mid. I guess you'd call me, midfielder of sorts. I mean, striking. I always make the basketball comparisons and such because I played basketball for pretty much my whole life before Echo. And one moment, I need to drink here. But anyway, I pretty much play Echo the same way that I played basketball, which is to say kind of point guarding, which is also to say facilitating for teammates, scoring when I need to, hitting my shots when I didn't have shots and stuff. But when you have players like Lemming or Simeon or iShiny on your team, you don't need Palidore scoring too much. You just need him guiding the way, spreading the floor, facilitating easier shots for my already super talented strikers. So that was more my style. As far as like goalkeeping and such, I was mediocre at best. That was after like a lot of heavy grinding on goalkeeping and such. So, not something that comes naturally and still doesn't, certainly. I grinded. I've mentioned this a few times recently, but in Season 1, I bought this app called Goalkeeper VR on Steam. Basically, it just puts you like in the shoes of a hockey goalkeeper in VR and just shoots a bunch of pucks at you constantly. I grinded that for like a full month before Season 1 finals of ESL. Just so I can go from terrible goalkeeping to like average maybe. And to be fair, I did save 1 or 2 shots in finals. So it made the entire month of grind worth it, basically. Just for that. But different times. One last question from Quentin says, what do you need to be a caster? Well, apps are up on the announcements. You'll have to scroll up a fair bit, but they're on the announcements page. There's an app there, tells you some of the requirements and such. I don't necessarily need experience, although for people who do apply without casting experience, long-time Echo experience either, stuff like that definitely helps to have some demo reels. So, you know, getting some casted matches like on your own Twitch channels first, so you can submit some demos and such, so we know things like mic quality and experience level and you know, things like that. How you are as a presenter. If you're not very experienced, doesn't really matter. Most of us in VRML were not experienced when we came into casting at all. Like, even same for me. I was completely. It was all self-taught through Pizza League first, about 8 months before VRML, and then yeah. So all your same, you know, Dimwee, Sputnik, all the casters you know and you hear from a lot on the daily, practically none of us were casters before Echo Arena. But yes. Anyway, I think that's about it. Probably. Captain in there saying thanks for streaming your match. No problem. By the way, so I know I get this sometimes as well. If we're still live while I'm here rambling at the end, even if we're live broadcasting, if you do click the little Echo icon, the VRML icon on the Twitch page, and go to the videos tab, you can still like watch your match back even if we're still live. Just a note, because I know people bring it up sometimes, like, Palidore, end the stream so we can rewatch. But you can't actually do that while we're live, in case you didn't know. But anyway, with that, ladies and gents, I will be back here in about 20 minutes with your next match. Again, that's going to be Anarchy versus Space Force. So, yeah, a high gold / diamond match coming up next, and we're going to get it going soon. So until then, be happy, healthy, safe, and good to each other, and yeah, we'll come back in 20 minutes. Smooth is better than Gil. Why would I say that?
3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.